I think my favorite part about Lee is definitely leadership because I love my leadership fam.
What about Lee has got to be the people. The community here is just like really friendly, and you meet some of the coolest people here.
Alright, so my favorite part about Lee is probably the tutorials. A lot of stuff goes down during the tutorials that people probably don't think does. I have a lot of good memories at the tutorials, so that's probably my answer.
My favorite part about Lee is probably the different events and like people you meet, because so far everyone's been super welcoming and super friendly all the time.
I'd say the football games on Friday nights, or just the relationships I've made with people in general.
My favorite part about Lee is like the amount of things going on. I feel like there's so much going on at Lee, like sports and like theater and clubs and stuff, and I just love seeing everyone get involved and like supporting my friends and like sports and like going to see shows and whatnot. So I just think that's really cool.
Definitely the Halloween contest we hold every year. It's the funnest part.
Next question.
My favorite part about Lee would probably just be the community around me, either if it's from students or staff. I love just walking around the halls and everyone just like smiling and waving to each other, or just taking the time out of their day to start a conversation. Whenever I see Mr. Williams, he always yells my name, Suzuki, and it just makes me like smile really hard, and it just like makes my day. So I love like seeing everyone and everyone being so friendly.
My favorite part about Lee is joining sports teams and making friends on those teams.
Freshman year, I went to my first basketball conditioning and I threw up, and it was really embarrassing, so I didn't go back to any of the conditionings until tryouts, so that was really embarrassing.
My most embarrassing moment was probably last year. It was like a Friday, and me and Gabe wanted some Chick-fil-A, so we thought it'd be a very clever idea to DoorDash it during Mr. Geller's class. And so, I sent Gabe out to go pick it up, and he tries walking back in, and Mr. Geller catches him, and he starts questioning us, and he's like, "Where'd you get this Chick-fil-A from?" And I was like, just found it. And then basically what he took it in front of the whole class, and then he gave it to us at the end of class, so we had to eat cold Chick-fil-A, and it was just embarrassing.
Embarrassing moment is when my friend Brendan and I were walking down the hallway my sophomore year, and he was like trying to trip me, but like as a joke, and then I started running away, but instead he actually did trip me, and it wasn't like a graceful fall. I like flew and then face planted in front of everyone in the hallway, and I was like an underclassman, so it was really embarrassing for me.
I'd say freshman year at lunch, my sister, who was a senior, serenaded me in front of the entire quad and all the upperclassmen, and I was a little freshman, super embarrassing, and I just didn't know what to do.
Okay, my most embarrassing moment was during my physics final last December. Miss Beard was my teacher, and she was so sweet to bring in hot chocolate for the class, and everyone was so quiet, and it was our table's turn to go get it, and I had like a full glass of hot chocolate, and I was reaching for the whipped cream, and I just knocked that thing off the table, and it literally just spilled everywhere on the floor, and literally the entire class was silent and just looking at me at the front of the class, and I was freaking out trying to clean it up, and she made me go back to my seat, and she had to like call the janitor to get a mop to clean it up, so that was a pretty embarrassing moment for me.
Okay, in 7th grade, Mr. Hippie's science class, we were watching the sex ed video and I passed out, and then they had to call the office and they brought a wheelchair for me, even though I didn't need the wheelchair, but then I got wheeled all the way down to the office after that.
Probably say one of my most embarrassing moments is when I met my track coach, and I went in for the hug and she went in for the handshake, and it was just a really awkward situation.
Pet peeve.
So people think I'm crazy for this, but I have a good explanation because I know everybody calls it avocado toast because like that's what's on the menu, but I've been eating avocado on toast since I could literally like eat, because my grandparents have an avocado tree, so we call avocado on toast. So I hate when people say avocado toast because it's not like made out of avocados. You put the avocado on top of the toast, but nobody believes me or thinks that that's right, so whatever.
My biggest pet peeve is when I have to repeat myself, and it's not like when you can't hear me, but like if I'm talking to you and you're zoned out and I have to repeat myself, I hate that.
Alright, my biggest pet peeve, I have two. One is Cardi B. I just don't like her music, and when I hear it, it's just like, and then another thing is like when you're going in for like a high five or like a dab up or whatever, and and they go in for knuckles, and you're like, you know, it's like dude, like, what are you doing?
My biggest pet peeve is when people will like start a song, like if we're like in the car or whatever, and like it'll be like a minute and a half in, and then they'll just like skip it, and like, you know, I just feel like that's so annoying. Like I always want people to finish the song. Anyways, that's a pet peeve of mine.
When people are loud chewers.
When my friend Gia does this.
My biggest pet peeve would probably just be like, it's kind of dumb, but like people just walking really slow, either if it's like in the hallways at an amusement park or like on the sidewalk, especially when they're all just like lined up instead of like walking like front and back. If I need to like meet someone or like go somewhere to catch up, you know, I'm naturally just like a fast walker, so if someone's like walking really slow, it just feels weird and uncomfortable, but yeah.
If I had to date any celebrity, it would probably be Madison Beer, because I think she has a really cool personality.
All right, so this question, you know, is really hard to decide because there's so many people that I would choose. So I have a long list, and I'm just gonna list them off for you guys. The first one is Jill Biden, Dua Lipa, Michelle Obama, Addison Rae, Megan Fox, Miss Piggy, Kim K, Karen Skelton, Kylie Jenner, Dixie D'Amelio, and Martha Stewart.
Sam Claflin, because he's British, he's so attractive, and he played Finnick Odair in Hunger Games, and that's just like such a good combination. I mean, how can you argue with that one?
Chris Hemsworth, no explanation needed.
I don't know if you guys know he's like invisible. He's the character from Hotel Transylvania, but he's just the glasses. Yeah, he's hot.
A celebrity I would probably date is Dave Franco, and bonus if I also got to meet James Franco, because he's been in like a lot of movies and like a variety from like Superbad, Neighbors, he's like a voice actor in the Lego movie, or he's in Nerve, which is like one of my favorite movies. And I really admire his personality. He seems so easygoing and knows how to like keep a conversation. He seems genuinely nice and caring and also super funny, which is a plus. So.
Young Zac Efron. That's the one.
I think he just needs to listen to some Jack Johnson, dude. It just makes everything better.
I'd probably just say, like, be mad. Like, I can't do anything about it.
I would probably ask them how they're doing, because I guess hating is kind of a negative thing, so they're probably not feeling too great and they might need a friend.
I would say hating someone is so much work, so might as well just love everyone, because life's too short to just spend your time hating someone.
Hey guys!
Well, I'm a Pisces, so I would probably go up to them, give them a hug, and then apologize for them not liking me.
I'd just be like, hey, what's up? Hope you're doing well. There's nothing really much to say, just like wishing them the best, but there's nothing really to say to them.
You need a hug?
Whenever I see a cop and I'm driving and I'm going the speed limit, I just feel like I'm doing something wrong and I'm just like paranoid. But I know I'm not, but like it feels like I'm doing something wrong. So I would say that.
Probably like parking in people's driveways, or like when you park in front of someone's house.
Driving a tank like on the road, because like that's a tank and it's huge and it's like dangerous, and you can just drive it with the driver's license. Not make sense why that's okay, but it's okay.
Stepping on a dog's foot or making a baby cry on accident.
Leaving cups in your room.
I would say going to Costco for lunch and taking all the free samples and just keep going back around.
Is when someone says, "Oh, I'm hungry," and then they go, "Hi, hungry, I'm Alexis."
My favorite pickup line is probably this: "You look like trash. Can I take you out?"
Pickup line, right? Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Really want to hear a joke about construction?
Yeah.
I'm still working on it, so I'll get back to you.
Hey, I think your phone's broken because it doesn't have my number in it.
I believe in following my dreams. Can I have your Instagram?
Hi, my name is Julie, but you can call me anytime.
a dad joke that I've actually heard a lot because my dad is recently retired and he always cracks up the dad jokes whenever he's home because he's home 24/7 to always kind of hang out with me and my brother. But it would probably be, I know a lot of retired jokes, but none of them work.